Welcome to Bulletin, the podcast where we bring you the latest news and updates from around the world. We're starting off with a major development in the global energy market. The ongoing conflict between Iran and Israel has triggered the largest disruption to the global energy market, with Iranian threats to shipping stopping around a fifth of the world's oil and gas supplies from transiting the Strait of Hormuz waterway. This has led to a surge in demand for alternative oil sources, with the United States being a major beneficiary. According to recent data, the U.S. nearly turned into a net crude exporter last week, with shipments surging close to a record high to meet demand from Asian and European buyers. Net imports of crude oil narrowed to 66,000 barrels per day, the lowest on record, while exports climbed to 5.2 million barrels per day, the highest in 7 months. This shift in the global energy market has significant implications for the industry, with analysts noting that the U.S. is rapidly approaching its export capacity. The price of physical crude oil cargoes for prompt delivery to Europe has hit a record high near $150 a barrel, and those for Africa have reached new peaks. As we continue to monitor this developing story, it's essential to consider the potential consequences for the global economy and energy security. We'll be keeping a close eye on this situation and bringing you updates as more information becomes available. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. As we continue our journey through the day's top stories, I'd like to take a moment to discuss a significant development in Myanmar. According to recent reports from multiple sources, including Deutsche Welle and ABC News, the country has released over 4,000 prisoners as part of its annual New Year's amnesty tradition. This move, approved by Myanmar's new president, Min Aung Hlaing, includes the release of some 179 foreign nationals. While this may seem like a positive step towards reconciliation, it's essential to consider the context in which this is happening. Since the 2021 military coup, nearly 8,000 civilians have been killed, and over 22,000 people remain jailed on political charges. Among those affected by this amnesty is former President Win Myint, who was arrested alongside Nobel Peace Laureate Aung San Suu Kyi after the coup. Suu Kyi's lawyer has confirmed that her 27-year sentence has been reduced by 1/6, but it remains unclear whether she will be allowed to serve the remainder of her sentence under house arrest. As we report on this story, it's crucial to acknowledge the complexities and challenges faced by the people of Myanmar. The country is still grappling with the aftermath of the military takeover, and the path towards stability and reconciliation is long and uncertain. To provide some perspective, I'd like to note that human rights groups, such as the Assistance Association for Political Prisoners, have documented the widespread use of incitement charges and counter-terrorism laws to target critics of the government and military. These laws have been used to arrest and prosecute thousands of people, including journalists and dissenters. As we strive to understand the nuances of this situation, it's essential to approach the topic with empathy and a commitment to fairness. We must consider the experiences of those affected by the conflict and the ongoing efforts to rebuild and restore stability in Myanmar. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. As we wrap up today's show, I'd like to take a moment to discuss a pressing issue that's been making headlines around the world. According to recent reports from reputable sources such as ABC News and the Straits Times, Haiti is facing a deepening humanitarian crisis, with nearly 6 million people expected to face acute food insecurity in the coming months. This staggering number represents more than half of the country's population, with over 1.8 million individuals in urgent need of food assistance. The crisis has been fueled by worsening insecurity, economic shocks, and repeated disruption to markets and farming. Armed groups have expanded their control in parts of the country, while over 1.4 million people have been displaced, straining food supplies and pushing vulnerable households deeper into hunger. While some recent gains have been made, with sustained food aid helping around 200,000 Haitians move out of emergency levels of hunger since last year, Humanitarian agencies warn that conditions could deteriorate again without more support. This spike in global fuel prices caused by the Iran war has further strained transportation and agricultural production costs, exacerbating the crisis. As Wanja Kawaria, the World Food Programme's Haiti country director, so aptly put it, fighting hunger is essential to restoring stability in Haiti. We cannot build peace if families cannot feed their children. It's a stark reminder of the urgent need for continued support and assistance to address this growing humanitarian crisis. As we conclude today's segment, I want to emphasize the importance of staying informed about global issues like this one. By shedding light on the complexities and challenges faced by countries like Haiti, we can work towards creating a more compassionate and equitable world. That's all for today's Barbara's Bulletin. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay engaged.